The 4 remaining asylum seeker children living on Nauru will soon be starting new lives in the United States. Their imminent transfer has prompted the Morrison Government to demand Labor abandon support for a bill that would allow forced medical evacuation for some of the 1,000 or so adult asylum seekers still on Nauru and Manus Island. But Bill Shorten says Labor won't shift, instead turning his attention to tomorrow's release of the Banking Royal Commission report. Here's political editor Andrew Probyn.
Celebration of the immigrant nation has long been a bipartisan pursuit, sometimes with mixed success. But bipartisanship has its limits.
Our government has got the children off Nauru.
With the last 4 asylum seeker children on Nauru soon headed for the United States, the government wants to stop legislation allowing forced medical transfer to Australia of any other asylum seeker. The crossbench bill passed one hurdle in the dying minutes of Parliament last year.
The matter is resolved in the affirmative.
Mr Speaker, I can confirm to
But the Immigration Minister says if it gets the assent of the lower house when Parliament resumes next week, offshore processing would be undermined.
Labor should withdraw its support for the bill that it voted for.
We'll be pursuing it. It really depends what sort of pressure the government's brought on the crossbenchers.
Little's changed there either, it seems.
We need to see medical decisions made about medical treatments taken out of the hands of bureaucrats.
The coalition deserves credit for stopping the boats and ending what became a humanitarian disaster under Labor, with hundreds killed at sea. But people have languished on Nauru and Manus Island for so long that the politics of compassion are in the ascendancy. Labor's read this mood adeptly, just as Bill Shorten's team has been much better identifying the public's anger with corporate Australia.
Scott Morrison voted against Bill Shorten's Banking Royal Commission 26 times.
The opposition's already prepared its attack lines ahead of the release of the Banking Royal Commission report tomorrow.
Charging premiums for life insurance to someone who's dead.
Kenneth Haynes' report expected to excoriate the banking sector, its executives and its culture.
Now it sounds like the government's trying to say, well...
The Labor leader's already proposing a reward system for whistleblowers who reveal crime and misconduct.
Just beware of the person next to you because they might just want the reward and not put up with the corruption.
This wacky idea that you hand taxpayer dollars over to people who might have been involved in corporate misconduct themselves is not one that I think would sit well with most Australians.
Then again, there are so few sitting days left before the election, there'll be no time to legislate a response. For a government slow to call in the steely eye of Kenneth Hayne, that could be...
We get a handshake or something between...
Nope.
Awkward.
It's done.
Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.